What is up, guys? Tired here, and welcome back to another DFFOO pull video featuring a new character from Final Fantasy 15, Gladio. So, as I've said, he's a new character, so a new event, as well as a new co-op and all that jazz. So yeah, in this banner, we have, of course, Gladio. His LD is available. We have Sabin EX as well as Vayne EX. And of course, Kuja Burst, which I do not have. So, yeah, let's just proceed with the polls. I'll be using multis for this one. I do hope that I wouldn't have to pity and we'll get Kuja's Burst. But yeah, we'll see. So yeah. Um Also, for those guys who are looking for the Gao poll video, um I actually did make a video for the Gao polls, but it was just too painful to watch. I still don't have his LD, and uh I've used, I think, 300 plus tickets and three 200 to 300 tickets, and I still haven't gotten his LD. I became really salty. Not to mention the the duration of the poll video was too long, so yeah, I decided to just not upload the video. uh Unfortunately, even though he is a favorite of mine, I won't be pulling for his LD anymore in this current banner. We'll see when he returns during the Onion Night Burst. So yeah. So, for Gladio, still no weapons. This is my third pull, I think. So, maybe, man, come on, this is, maybe the bad luck is still there. Oh, I spoke too soon. So we got Kuja's Burst. Oh my gosh. It took me 3 banners to get his burst. Excuse me. And it is the only gold weapon in that multi. Alright, so we got Kuja's Burst. Okay. Alright, so I'm not mad about this pool, or rather this whole session, because I did get a burst. But yeah, what we need right now is Gladio. So I guess we could discuss uh, Gladio's kit quickly. So first off, I would like to give a quick shout out to the Tonberry Troupe, as the information that I will be sharing with you guys were taken from their infographics. So yeah. Alright, so 5 pulls and still no Gladio weapon. What the hell is happening? Come on. Come on. Come on, game. Don't. 5 multis and not even his 15 CP. I'll be so mad if I have to pity his LD and I don't have his EX. But yeah, let's talk about Gladio. So he is the second cover tank of the game, meaning he'll cover his. Alright, here we go. So we got one Gladio weapon, which is the 35 CP. Alright, so as I was saying, whenever the enemy performs a single target um, attack to Gladio or rather Gladio's allies, he will cover them just like Galoof. But the difference with Galoof is that Galoof can, I think, alright, so we got his EX. I think Gladio doesn't counter as often as Galoof. He only counters with his LD buff active, and his LD buff only lasts for 3 turns. So unlike Galoof, he can't willy-nilly counter enemies when they attack. So yeah, let's discuss his skill 1. Alright, so we got his 15 CP. Come on. So yeah, for his skill 1, it is called Tempest. Um, you know what? Let me just sell these weapons first before I try to discuss his kit. So yeah. Alright, so we got Kuja Burst, which is nice. We're only missing so as you can see, I still have remnants of my Gaupol in this. I still haven't sold my. Gosh, that Gaupol was. I became very salty with that. We'll try again once he's with Onion Knight, because I'm also planning to so, somewhat chase Onion Knight's kit. Alright. So I don't have enough ingots for Gladio, but I haven't done the what do you call this, the new dimensions end, so that will be my source of ingots for him. Plus I could realize some of my EX weapons that I might use in the future. So yeah. Alright, I guess we can proceed with the polls as well as with the discussion of his kit. So yeah, we're at 8 polls right now. So I think 7 more polls. So yeah. His first skill is called Tempest. So he gains Brave, and then performs a 4-hit AoE Brave plus AoE HP attack. The damage is split equally amongst all enemy, and it has 170% overflow. And then after the alright, okay. So we're done. We're done with this session, this pool session. So I'm glad that I didn't have to pity. But yeah, let's just continue talking about his kit. Very short overview. So as I was saying, after the HP attack of Gladius S1, he will battery the party based on the HP damage that he dealt. Um, he gains two framed buffs, or he gains two framed buff. One is called King Shield, which raises his attack and max brave based on the number of stacks it has, as well as it raises Gladio's defense by 80%. It reduces the brave damage he takes by 60%, as well as the HP damage taken by 20%. So, King Shield uh, gains more stacks when Gladio is attacked by an enemy. So, yeah. Do note that only the attack and max brave goes up depending on the stack. So, yeah. But King Shield, I believe you really have to keep this active all the time because of the brave damage reduction, as well as the HP damage reduction. So next, uh, Gladio, upon using S1, Gladio applies his Royal Guard frame buff to his allies. So what this does is it has brave damage reduction as well as and also HP damage reduction. Same as with his King Shield, but this buff is the cover buff for Gladio. So when his allies is attacked, Gladio will cover them and take the brave or HP damage. Do note that this only triggers when the enemy's attack is for single target. So yeah. Uh, of course, Royal Guard needs to be active most of the time. Actually, it is nice to open up with his L1 rather than his LD. So next up, we have his skill 2 called Dawn Hammer. He also gains Brave and then performs a 6-hit AoE Brave plus single target HP attack with 170% overflow. It also batteries the party based on 20% of the HP damage dealt, and it applies max Brave down to all enemies. I think the percentage is at 40%, and Gladio gains another frame buff called Crown Guard's Pride, which is six turns, and it raises Gladio's attack and max brave by 40%. Excuse me. And also gives Gladio his last stun buff, which basically survives any HP attack that is supposed to KO him as long as his HP is equal or above 50%. So yeah. His EX, it is slow charging. It is called Maelstrom. It is a 4-hit Brave plus HP attack. It has 20% splash damage and 160% overflow, and it is executed 3 times. Gladio gains Brave after each HP attack except the last one, but it also batteries the party after the HP attacks. It also grants Gladio another frame buff called Warrior's Trial, which raises the party's attack and overflow based on the number of stacks. It also gives the party HP regen that raises per stack as well, and it raises Gladio's attack by 10%. So the stack increases whenever Gladio is attacked by his enemies. So yeah, another nice buff to maintain, as it has party regen as well as it raises the party's attack and overflow. Unfortunately, as I've said earlier, his EX charging is quite slow. And yeah, for the last part of his kit, we have his LD called Impulse. Again, Gladio gains Brave and then performs a 8-hit AoE Brave plus AoE HP attack. It has 200% overflow, and the damage is split equally amongst all enemies, and of course it batteries the party based on the HP damage that Gladio dealt. He gains his last famed buff called Blink, which basically reduces the Brave and HP damage that Gladio receives to 0. Gladio gains 100% debuff evasion, and he will now counter all single target, or rather, I'm not sure about this one, but it counters all Brave and HP attacks. So it might include all enemy attacks, but yeah, apologies, but I'm not really sure about that one. Yeah, it is a very nice buff to have. Unfortunately, it only lasts for 3 turns, so you have to use it sparingly. It is a very good panic button, but yeah. Now for his counter, he gains Brave and then performs a 3-hit Brave plus single target HP attack that has 150% overflow and 50% splash, and it also batteries the party based on the HP damage dealt. So very nice counter, and it also inflicts a frame debuff to the enemies called Knockdown, which lessens the enemy's attack and defense by 40%. So yeah, for his AA ability, he heals his HP by 30% and raises the party's max Brave by 10%. So whenever Gladios, if he doesn't have his blink buff, whenever Gladio's HP goes down by 50%, it is wise to use his AA ability just so his last stand buff will be active. And yeah, so yeah, there you have it, guys. A very quick overview as well as full video for Gladio. He is a must pull character. Very strong tank, and he will last for a very long time. I think the next time that he gets overpowered or power crept is when Galof gets his LD, which will still be a long time for global. So yeah, it is best to get Gladio. So yeah, there you have it, guys. I wish you good luck on your pulls, and yeah, I will see you in the next video.